the experiences were not great. Let's start with roll call, because roll call is where it all starts, and that was an absolute circus. So firstly, you got three of us who were never called by our Chinese names. I still don't know my name to this day. I have it tattooed on my arm. My brothers have theirs tattooed on their arms. But we still don't know our names. So they call our name, and all three of us be like Quan Chi, Sing, or Chung, or whoever it was.
Yeah.
And we'd all three put our hands up. The teacher would just laugh every lesson, and it didn't stop. Well, we still don't know our names to this day. But it didn't just stop there. So Mum and her auntie, Evelyn Ai, hopefully she listens to this, but they would call my mum, and it was She Son Yi or something like that. Excuse the pronunciation. And they would both stand up and put their hand up. And the teacher would always laugh and say, "Oh, no, we've got two of them today. Very good, very good." So, yeah, roll call was always an absolute circus. So we also had other kids' names who, when you're that age, you just hear sounds. So we had a girl, and her name was like Famei Lee or something, and we're like, "Oh, her name's Family."
Yeah.
What's another one? Another kid called, it was like Wong Sui or something, and we were like, "Oh, his name's Bombs Away." And then we also had this other kid whose name was Lupin, which is
Of all names.
Of all names.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which we always used to enjoy, was this guy wasn't even Asian, and his name was Schwank, and he would just sit at the back of the class blowing bubble gum.
Why was he even there?
I don't know, because he also didn't even try to, so he must have, I really don't know why he was there. So that's quite interesting. So talk to us a little bit about your Chinese school a bit more. So you learnt bar. Is there anything that you remember that stands out from that time?
I'm trying to remember like how long it went for. I didn't think it went for very long at all. The only thing that I enjoyed about it was maybe after the class, my mum wasn't sitting in there, because having my mum there, I would have to make sure that I was listening and concentrating.
Yeah.
Like the pressure's on you because my mum's there. So it's probably like playing with the kids afterwards. But yeah, I didn't go for too long because...
Yeah, why did you guys stop?
Well, we would travel to the Gold Coast. So we were living in Brisbane at the time, and my grandparents were getting older.
Yeah.
So my mum made it a priority for us to actually go visit them every weekend. So I guess because we're going to visit family all the time, we just couldn't make time.
And your brothers were probably too young to go at this stage as well?
Yeah, they're too young at the time to go. But did you have any other highlights going to Chinese school?
I mean, to be honest, I probably hated it. Looking back, the last thing you want to do on the weekend, especially when you're in grade 1 or 2, is go to bloody school on a Saturday, and it's just not where you want to be, especially you're learning something you feels just an absolute waste of time. You want to go play sport.
But was it all day?
No, it felt like it. It was probably 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then we'd have to go to church after, so that was a whole Saturday gone.
Yeah.
But the good thing was Evelyn she would bring a lot of snacks. If anyone knows her, any family listening, she's all about the snacks. So she'd bring snacks for all the kids, and she was probably more of a distraction to the class than anyone else. So you got this older lady with all these young kids just giving out snacks, making jokes, and she was probably more of a distraction than anything. So, but anyway, my mum ended up topping the class, so props to her. She beat out 12-year-olds, 10 to 12-year-olds. But so she took a little bit from it, I guess. I was probably too young to...
How old were you again?
I was like 7 or 8, maybe 6 or 7. I was young.
So you didn't get anything from it? Did you even listen? Or
I had absolutely no idea what was going on.